Hey guys, it's Matt from Accelerating Alpha. Today we're going to talk about one of the biggest mistakes that people make several times throughout their life, and that is buying a brand new vehicle. So most vehicles in the United States are coming off of a 3-year lease, which is an absolutely awful idea, and I'll make a video in the future to address that very topic. Others are coming from people that either just wanted a new car just because they wanted a shiny new object, or what's pretty common is somebody cannot afford to make the payments on the brand new car that they were so excited to get. They end up being upside down in the vehicle because the vehicle drops 20% as soon as you pull it off the lot. You know, Dave Ramsey says something really funny is he says that thud you hear with the car pulling off the lot, that's it losing 20% in value. So for example, the average new vehicle costs about $30,000 in the United States. If you own that car for 3 years, you can go back and sell that vehicle for $19,000, assuming you lose 20% the first year and then 10% in year 2 and year 3. For that same car, I can go ahead and I'll buy that car from you that is only $19,000 and that is still a relatively new car. It's only going to have maybe 20 to 30,000 miles on it. And then, if at the end of 3 years, I'm tired of my secondhand vehicle, the one that you bought for $30,000, I'll turn around and I'll be able to sell it for $14,000, assuming 10% depreciation in each subsequent year after that. That's only a $5,000 loss on my end, whereas you, my friend, you lost 11 grand. I'll take that all day. Now let's flip the script around a little bit in that example I just gave you. Let's say instead of buying the $30,000 brand new car, you buy a $19,000 car. And the average American buys normally about 12 vehicles within their lifetime. So with the $11,000 difference between buying used and new in this example, that would save you $132,000 over your life. But maybe I haven't convinced you yet. Maybe you just like going out and buying a new car because it's shiny and because you get a warranty on it and no one else has had it before and it's just what you've always been told to do. Fine. Go ahead. Go do that. But while you're doing that, do me a favor. At the end of every month for the first 3 years you own your vehicle, take 3 $100 bills, that's $300, and throw it out your window every single month. That is what you are losing by buying a new car instead of buying a used one, just in depreciation. Another advantage of buying a used car is the fact that you will have the ability to go up in a class of vehicle. Oftentimes you can see things like Mercedes, BMWs, and Volvos going for the same price, if not even cheaper, than a brand new Honda Civic. Let's take my car for example. In 2012, I bought a 2010 Volvo S80 with 50,000 miles on it for $16,500. It had all the safety features and everything I could possibly want, including leather seats, wood grain interior, a sunroof, Bluetooth, a great stereo system, plenty of room, and it was in great shape. I still have it to this day. It's at 150,000 miles, and I've had virtually no issues with it. The best part of it is, just 3 years before that, it sold for $40,000. That's over $23,000 in depreciation that somebody else took. That's the power of buying used versus new. So let's address some used car buying myths that your uncle or some sleazy car salesman undoubtedly try to push onto you. The first myth is all used cars do not have a warranty. That couldn't be further from the truth. Most manufacturer warranties last up until 100,000 miles. That even includes the powertrain warranties that are very common nowadays. Additionally, almost every used car dealership offers some type of warranty right off the door. It might be anywhere from 30 to 90 days to 1 to sometimes even 10,000 miles depending on which part. So it's pretty easy to find a warranty. If you're really concerned about it, I would also consider getting a warranty outside of the dealership shortly after you purchase it. There's several different insurance programs you can find simply by Googling that and warranty services that provide really great value and that can alleviate any concerns you may have. Do not let this be a hold up or reason why you bought a new vehicle. Moving on to our second myth, and that myth is pre-owned vehicles are not as reliable as new vehicles. That's utterly false. First of all, normally, on average, a new vehicle has 1 to 2 major repairs before it even hits 30,000 miles. Additionally, used cars go through a several hundred-point inspection, and minor repairs are made as well prior to that used car going on the lot. And with cars nowadays, they are more reliable than they have ever been before, especially brands like Nissan, Toyota, Honda, Lexus, Volvo, and Subarus. You can't go wrong with any of those, and you can expect to get hundreds, if not even hundreds of thousands of miles out of each one of these vehicles. So my point of view is this. Go ahead, let somebody else take the hit, not only on depreciation, but on the first major car repair, while you drive away in this brand new used car, new to you, right off the lot, knowing you're not going to get hit with depreciation, and you're probably not going to get hit with a major car repair bill anytime soon as well. And for our last myth, myth number 3, it is difficult to get a car history report. That's utterly false. Most dealerships provide them to you free of charge right there on the spot, right when you ask. Additionally, doing a simple Google search will show up several different options for you to get your car history report for free of charge as well. So do not let that hold you back. So while doing some reading and research for this episode, I found an article by a very well-known financial website. I'm not going to name them here. It's one we all know. It's one that I trust, or maybe I should say trusted. And it gave a very interesting reason as a pro to buy a new vehicle. And I just want to read it to you guys directly. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe that they actually put something out like this. I'm in shock. I mean, it's a fantastic website, but anyway, I digress. One pro to buying a new car is for the prestige of owning a new vehicle. Because after all, no one brags about owning a used car. Prestige? Are you kidding me? That's what I think about prestige. Any moron with a few dollars can go out there and can get into debt. Anybody. Literally anybody who hardly even has a job can go out there and can buy a brand new Range Rover. And by buy, I mean be leveraged up to their eyeballs in something that depreciates 20% just seconds after they drive off the lot. I am not impressed by anybody who comes in with a C-Class Mercedes paying $500 a month. That does not impress me in the least. It just tells me you're making poor financial decisions. So keep that in mind next time you're looking at some nice shiny new car and thinking about flexing or thinking about the prestige of showing off to people you may not even like, or showing off to people at a stoplight. Guess what? It doesn't matter. You'll sleep better at night knowing you made the right financial decision and knowing you have thousands and thousands of dollars more money in your bank account. Remember, if you buy a $30,000 car, it's going to lose $11,000 after 3 years. Don't forget that. When you start thinking about purchasing assets that go up in value, that's when everything changes. You want to have the millionaire mindset. You want to think of things like a bank account. Like, okay, if I put money into it, how and when am I going to be able to get this money out? And what kind of interest or appreciation am I going to get on that money? Alright, so let's go ahead and let's jump on into my computer for a couple of minutes and look at some examples of buying a new car versus buying a used vehicle. Alright guys, so just jumping over to my computer real quick, I pulled up 2 Honda Civics, similar style and trim options. One is from 2019, the other one is a 2017. Before I get started, one thing I do want to mention is, for those that don't know, car dealerships have more of a spread on used vehicles than they do on a new vehicle. Normally with a new vehicle, they actually don't really make that much money. It can literally only be a few $100s. Where dealerships really make their money on new vehicles is through financing, and it's through the extra insurance you get and any extra extended warranties they would put on the vehicle. Whereas with a used vehicle, they tend to buy them at auction or get them off of a lease or get them off of a repo, so they've already made some money on the vehicle itself. So this one right here, it currently has 20,000 miles on it. It's a 2017, currently priced at $18,844. So using the example I just said, you could probably get this down to $18,800 no problem. For my Volvo that I mentioned earlier, I was able to talk them down by just over $3,000 for me to get the vehicle. So you could probably get this down to even 16 grand if you were a decent negotiator, and depending how much. Let's go over here, and we have a brand new one. It's going for $22,870, brand spanking new. It's actually not that bad of a spread all in all. However, with what I just said is you could knock down this $18,844 price by a couple grand, whereas here you might be able to get them down to $22,000, maybe. But let's look at another example. So this is a pretty radical one. Here we go. Look, we are looking at a 2019 BMW 330i, and you see brand new right out the door, it's going for essentially $46,000. Now, when you're dealing with luxury cars, they tend to drop in value tremendously as soon as you roll them off the lot. So let's look at another BMW, same model, 2018 BMW 330i, 11,000 miles, and it's going for 33 grand. Look at this, $46,000, $33,000. That's like $12,500 in savings right there. $12,500 to about $13,000 in savings just by buying a used BMW with only 11,000 miles on it. This is basically a new car. I mean, look at it. This is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's going for $33,000. Remember what I said earlier. The average vehicle in America is going for about $30,000. Well, here you go. For paying a few grand more, you can get a brand new, great looking BMW. I'm not saying you should. I mean, I wouldn't. However, the price on these used cars really does show when it comes to luxury vehicles. And being able to save that kind of money, for a BMW, you should be able to easily get 150 to 200 to even 300,000 miles out of it if you wanted. So this right here is a pretty good price, and you may even be able to get them to drop it lower. So guys, thanks again for watching, and if you like this content and want to see more content like it, please leave a comment below, hit the like button, and definitely smash that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much, and see you next week.